الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة.
الحمد لله خالق الوجود من العدم وجعل النور من الظلام ومخرج الصبر من الألم وملك التوبة على الندم فنشكره على المصائب كما نشكره على النعم ونصلي على رسوله الأكرام ذي الشرف الأشام والنور الأتام والكتاب المحكم وكمال النبيين الخاتم سيدي ولد آدم الذي بشر به عيسى بن مريم ودعا لبعثته إبراهيم عليه السلام حين كان يرفع قواعد بيت الله المحرم فصلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى أتباعه خير الأمم الذين بارك الله بهم كافة الناس عرب منهم والعجم. الحمد لله الذي لم يتخذ ولدا ولم يكن له شريك في الملك ولم يكن له ولي من الذل وكبره تكبيرا. الحمد لله الذي أنزل على عبده الكتاب ولم يجعل له عوجا. الحمد لله الذي نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا مولانا محمدا عبد الله ورسوله أرسله بالهدى ودين الحق ليظهره على الدين كله وكفى بالله شهيدا فصلى الله عليه وسلم تسليما كثيرا كثيرا. ثم أما بعد قال الله تعالى في كتابه الكريم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. وقال سبحانه وتعالى في موضع آخر يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله تعالى وخير الحديث حديث محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وإن شر الأمور محدثتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. قال الله تعالى في كتابه الكريم فاذكروني أذكركم واشكروا لي ولا تكفرون. وقال سبحانه وتعالى في موضع آخر وإذ تأذن ربكم لئن شكرتم لأزيدنكم يعني لئن شكرتم نعمتي لأزيدنكم طاعتي لئن شكرتم طاعتي لأزيدنكم معرفتي لئن شكرتم معرفتي لأزيدنكم قربي لئن شكرتم قربي لأزيدنكم رعيتي. My dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Amin ya rabbil alamin. You know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us the ability to come to this masjid. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us He brought us to this masjid right now. There are many people right now around the globe did not have that ability or chance to come to the masjid to pray, to make some sujood for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So He chose us, He blessed us. That is not our credit. All credit goes to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we need to give Him thanks and be thankful, grateful to Him. So that's why we all need to say Kalimatul Shukr, give Him thanks by saying Alhamdulillah. Not just from the mouth, from the heart, and feel it, say it, Alhamdulillah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Inna salati wa nusuki wa mahyaya wa mamati lillahi rabbil alameen. If that is the case, who is this Rabbil Alameen? Who is Allah? Do we need to know Him? Of course. Why? Because a student, if he knows his teacher, definitely he is able to respect his teacher wherever he sees him. If he doesn't know his teacher, he won't be able to respect the teacher, and teacher will not get any kind of respect out of this student. So to know your Lord, to know your Allah, to know your Creator is very important. Now, if I ask you this question, who is Allah? Some of us may say Allah is Allah, or Allah is our Creator, or Allah is our provider, like that. But what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran about His identity, how He identified Himself in the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Ar-Rahman 'allama al-Quran. So He taught us the Quran, and He identified Himself in the Quran. How He said it? If you open the Quran, the very first chapter, which is Surah Fatiha, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, verse 1 to 3, clearly He gave His identity. He said, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim Malik Yawmiddin. That's the complete identity of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah said, Alhamdulillah, all praise and thanks belongs to Allah. Who is this Allah? He is Rabbil Alameen. He is Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Number one, He is Rabbil Alameen. Number two, He is Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. And number three, He is Malik Yawmiddin. He is the master of the day of judgment. That's how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught us in the Quran. We come across many non-Muslim people every day. If they ask you who is your Lord, who is your Allah, you should be able to give this answer exactly like the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught us in the Quran. So the number one, Rabbil Alameen. Number two, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Number three, Malik Yawmiddin. Now if anyone challenges, oh no, I don't believe that, then you go to Surah Ikhlas. There are four things. Allahu Ahad, Allahu Samad, Lam Yalid Walam Yulad, Walam Yakul Lahu Kufuwan Ahad. These four challenges is to be a God. If somebody claims to be God, he has to pass these four exams. If they can, then they will be God. If not, there is no God. That's it. This is the complete identity of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So now, this identity, this information, why do we get this information? This is my second part of the khutbah. We got it everything from the Quran. So now, brothers and sisters, what is this Quran? Is this just a book that we recite every day? Is this just a book that we put it in a cover, we tied it and put it on the shelf like 10 feet away shelf? This book is something that we need to internalize it. We need to get the message out of it. This is a manual of human life. You know, when you buy a new device, electronic device from any store, intake device, and it comes with a box. When you open that box, you see a small little book that called manual. What is the purpose to have a manual? If the device acting like weird, you go through the manual, you fix it. Or if you don't know how to operate this device, you follow this manual. You will be able to operate this device. So what is the most critical, difficult device in the face of the earth? Is the human body. Imagine behind the cornea, 1.6 centimeter. How many veins are going from there, not touching each other? Allah, this is the miracle of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. and without any charge, this light is giving you light constantly. This hand is acting like your lift every day without any charge. This hand, you touch the food, you see how the food is. You can make love with this hand. You can lift anything with this hand. You can use this hand for many purposes. Imagine it's free. Who gave this? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He gave us. Now, this complex device needs a manual, right? Without the manual, how are we going to operate this complex device? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us a manual. And look at the beauty. All other company, they put a manual in the box, that's it. They never tell you how to do it. You yourself go through it. But here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala not only gave us a manual, He also sent us an instructor. 23 years, a fabulous instructor, a marvelous instructor, 23 years. He just didn't tell us like, hey, do this. No. He actually implement everything from the Quran in his life, in front of us, and showed us how we can use this manual. Now, our exam is in front of us. The book is here, question is out, instructor was there. If we don't pass, that's our responsibility. You cannot blame anyone. It's all open. Choice is yours. Now this Quran, question is this Quran, how much we know about this? I saw many people in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, they respect the Quran like too much. They kiss the Quran, they touch it on their eyes, and they put it in a red cover or blue cover, they tie it and put it on 10 feet shelf. It takes 10 minutes to get this. If this manual solve your problem, your daily problem, it should be very handy. It cannot be like 10 feet or 10 minutes away. If that is the case, so what is the purpose to have a manual? And how much we know about it? There is a tradition right now. We think our children should only learn this Quran. We put our children to memorize the Quran and learn the Quran. And we try to escape. Brothers and sisters, many of us, we think, oh no, this is not my job. This is the Imam's job. This is the Shuyukh job. This is the people, those who are going to madrasa, learning Arabic, their job. I just recite some of them, pray, that's it. No. This book, you have to understand the message of this book. You have to internalize this book. You have to follow this book every single step of your life. If not, so then having a manual is not worth. You have to find out everything from the manual. But do we know what is my financial problem? And what is the solution in the Quran? Do we know what is my marriage problem? What is the solution? Do we know what is the community problem and what is the solution in the Quran? Do we know what is the children problem and what is the solution in the Quran? If we don't know, that means we are away from the Quran. And that is the problem nowadays around the globe, everywhere. Muslims are suffering. Why? Because of this. They are away from the Quran. They are not operating their life according to the Quran. They are not following their life, every single step of their life, according to the Quran's instruction. That is the problem. Now, some of us may say, you know what, it's too late for us. It's too late for me. I'm too old. Brothers, let me ask you this. When the Quran revealed on Prophet ﷺ how old he was was 10 years old or 5 years old? He was 40 years old, like you and I, right? and the Sahaba Ajmain come, they were around the same age. Majority of the Sahaba, right? So they could memorize, they could understood the message, they could internalize that message in their life. Why not we? What is our problem? Why we are just reciting and memorizing, not getting the message out of it? So brothers and sisters, this is a small little book. If you go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala today, and if He asks you, I gave you a book, do you know what is inside that book? And if the answer is yes, you're good to go. If the answer is no, then you are in trouble. So do not wait. Let's start finding what is the message. What is this Quran for? If you study one ayah a day, there is only 6,666 ayah. Imagine if you started long time ago, how many times you finish it. Now brothers and sisters, still there is a time. Start, I'm not saying just recite one ayah. I'm saying recite it, get the meaning, understand the meaning, understand the tafsir, and try to tie with your life today. Because Quran is the miracle, is the live miracle. Prophet Musa alayhi salam, he had miracles, but that you haven't seen it. That's gone long time ago. But the miracle of Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam is still alive in your hand. So brothers and sisters, open it, learn it fully the way He taught us to learn. Now let me give you a small little example, the importance of learning Arabic. In the beginning I said, say Alhamdulillah. What is the meaning of Alhamdulillah? What is the meaning of Alhamdulillah? All praise belongs to Allah. Right? When we praise Allah, we say Alhamdulillah. How about when we say thank to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? How do we thank Allah? What do we say? We say Alhamdulillah, right? So you see, there are two things in Alhamdulillah. You praise, you thank. So that means in Arabic, if you go to Arabic, praising called al-madhu and thank called shukra. So it should be like al-madhu lillahi rabbil alamin or al-shukru lillahi rabbil alamin. Two different sentences. What a beautiful way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught us a small word, one word, which is alhamdulillah. And that contains two meanings. One is praising, one is thanking. So if you know this, that means you're getting two reward. Because you praising Allah, you are thanking Allah. At the same time, using one word, you're getting two reward. Because, you know, Prophet ﷺ saying, Inna ma'al amal bin niyah. If you have the niyah to do two things, you get two reward. But if you know only one, you get one reward. That's the beauty of learning the Arabic. So we need to learn, we need to understand this. Is it really too late for us to learn the Quran? How much time do we have? I'm not actually talking about the Khuthbah time. I'm talking about the lifetime. When are we going to die? When I'm going to die? When are you going to die? Do you know that? We don't know. But for sure, we're going to die. Of course, there is no way. We all will die. This is certain that we're going to die. But this is very much uncertain, the time of death. When it comes, we don't know. The moment it comes, the Malakul Maut comes to your door, it's over. He's not going to give you a day. Forget about the day. Not even an hour, a second. Even though your hard-working money, all of the asset, you wanted to give him just to get one day or an hour, he won't let you. the moment he comes is over. So imagine this death flight is going to come any moment, right? And we are waiting for that. Look, if I give you a ticket and I tell you go to the airport, wait for the plane. I didn't tell you the time. How long can you wait for your flight? A day? 2 days? 3 days? A week? And then you're going to throw the ticket and say like, you know what? I don't need your flight. I'm going home. Imagine yourself now. We are waiting for the death flight without knowing the time. Are we realizing it? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, Hatta zurtumul maqabir. He said about the death in the Quran, that is ilmul yaqin. Yaqin has 3 stages. Ilmul yaqin, ainul yaqin, and haqqul yaqin. So Allah said death is going to come, but we don't want to believe it. That's ilmul yaqin. And then few days later we see somebody is dying over here. And we see it. That's the ainul yaqin. Ayn means eyes. So when we see is on the eyes, then we believe little bit. Few days later we forget. Then I think, oh, I'm not going to die. And then one day I die. And that is haqqul yaqin. Really I die. And then the moment you die, it's over, brother. You won't be able to come back to your lovely daughter. You won't be able to come back to your lovely son. You won't be able to come back to your spouse. You won't be able to come back to your unfinished meeting. You won't be able to close your shop. You won't be able to come back to pay your debt. Nothing. It's over. As soon as you depart this dunya, it's over. Realize it. Try to understand this. It's over. You cannot come back. So, if you go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala without knowing He's a small little book, this is going to be a big trouble for you, for us. So that's the reason, brothers and sisters, we need to know the death. If we want to know the death, what is this death actually? If you want to know the death, you need to know the life, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created everything in pairs. If you don't know the life, there is no point of knowing death. So what is life? And when the life begins? Life begins in your mom's womb.